back to World of Tanks. Today is a special treat, and there's a long time since I've been back in tanks or in YouTube in general. I'm just having some fun with playing old sort of games that I should maybe have recorded, but I don't know. Maybe it'll come, maybe it won't. We will see. But now it's a special treat for every one of you. It is the newest reward tank from the Clan Wars. This is the Chieftain T95, and if you have seen by the down here, I play one game, and that's the game you're gonna see in a couple of minutes when we just have gone through how this tank really is. I like it. I like it a lot. But until that later. Yeah, I got a respectable game in it. So yeah, let's take a look on it. We are going to compare it to some other tanks after we just taken a look on how the stats are on the right side here. So HP wise, nothing special. 1400, weighs 50 ton, so it's a bit of the heavier side really. Top speed 42, all energy power is 750. So it's under the Centurion, not Action 10 because Action 10 is fast, but Centurion 7.1 and the Centurion 1's like kind of speed, which is a little bit sluggish, but it's all fine. Hull armor wise, 85 on the front, well 50 on the side, and 25 on the rear. So rear and side is nothing, but the front is actually quite well sloped and like angled inwards, like you see here. And the gun for it, quite good gun. It's pretty much like any other like tier 8 tank that are rapid fire with high pen and stuff. It's quite British on the pen, over 200, so that's good. 202, while premium ammunition APCR has 238 and HE has 45, so it's not a special pen, it's not HESH shells in this one. Accuracy 0.36, which could be better, could be worse, but it's okay. And aim time on 2.2, which is good. And it is carrying a lot of ammunition, so you can keep on firing this gun for a long time. And if I'm not entirely certain, but I'm gonna take a look right now. Do the Pershing have a lot more? I need to take a look at that, because alright, so it has a lot more ammunition than the Pershing. I weren't exactly sure about that. So this thing has a lot of ammo, so you can keep on shooting this for a long time. No matter that, now we're gonna compare it to some other tier 8 tanks. Here we are, and here we got the Chieftain, and we're gonna compare the Chieftain to the M26 Pershing, the Centurion Mark 1, the CDC, and the Korean pattern. Is that nothing? So for a moment, not the Centurion, the Chieftain T95 is a little bit on the flip side when it comes to DPM, only outranking the Centurion Mark 1, while just a tiny bit lower than the Pershing and the Korean pattern, but quite significantly lower than the CDC. Penetration wise, it's better than the Pershing and the Korean pattern, but then a little bit worse than the Centurion Mark 1 and the CDC. Damage wise, pretty much the same across the board, except from the Centurion Mark 1 a little bit lower. And a little bit bad thing on this one is that it's, what am I saying? It is, no wait, I'm a retard. Bad thing. I'm mixing up the colors here. Bad thing about it, it's actually the slowest reload time about at least our chosen tanks up here. Slowest reload, slowest rate of fire. But there is one very good thing about this tank. It has very high shell velocity, so it shoots really fast, even though the shell goes fast. While the reload is slow, the shell goes fast in comparison to our other vehicles here. Further on, aim time, quite good, actually the best one across the board, except from the CDC that is the same. While the accuracy is a bit on the back foot, but still better than the Pershing and the Korean pattern. Got quite good dispersion on the move and on the tank traverse and third traverse. Only outranked by the Pershing and the Korean pattern. The Korean pattern is really good in that. I didn't know he was that good. And depression and elevation is pretty much the same, except from the Centurion, that is a little bit off. Forward speed is one of the slower, since same with the Centurion, and also the reverse speed is the slowest one. The what's it called? The engine power is in the middle there. It's in the middle there, a little bit better than Pershing, same as the Centurion, but worse than the CDC and the Crane pattern. Power to weight ratio will then, of course, be the worst one, since it is actually a quite heavy tank. Not a heavy tank, but it's quite a heavy tank. Because it's actually... No, that's a brake force, what am I saying? I think it is down here somewhere. Never mind. And, yeah. And it is... But it's very good in its terrain resistance, as you can see down here. It's really good in that. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And the third traverse... It's not the best, but it's absolutely okay. It's a medium tank. And the tank traverse is also really good. So this tank is a little bit sluggish to get up to speed, because it isn't that much of a power to weight ratio, as you can see, but it has very good terrain resistance. So when you drive off-road in this thing, you're gonna do quite fine. You're gonna do quite fine on that one. So armor-wise, again, it's in the middle there. It's in the middle, only outranked by the Pershing and the Patton. Third armor-wise, is really good. As you can see, 254mm. Outranks everyone here, easy. Of course, the Pershing that has its very bouncy mantlet. This one has just raw frontal armor on the turret. Well, this side and the rear being a little bit weaker, but that doesn't matter. And health-wise, it is on the lower side. So, view range is the lowest one with 380, but still good. Still good. No matter. Fire chance, quite low, down with 10%. And then the weighing is approximately 60 tons, which is the Centurion is the second place, and he weighs 12 tons less. Actually, no, that's the one. I'm retard. But it has load capacity. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, it still weighs a lot more. Now, let us see on the tank itself. If we scroll down, Chieftain T95, and let's go and take out, as you can see here, it has also some bad gun depression on the back of the tank. Alright, we are here now at the armor. I cannot find a word for it, but we can see the armor of the Chieftain here. And as maybe you can see, this giant cupola up here, this giant one here, has pretty much no armor at all. So pretty much anything that shoots about on this thing in that cupola is gonna penetrate. You could probably go down to tier 1 tank and penetrate it up there. But that is not what is good about this tank. Remember that 200mm armor? Look at the turret itself. The turret itself is really strong. You will need... Let's see, we had a spot here with 200 and something. But as you can see, okay, so if you hit on top of the roof here, you don't need much more than 200. But it's angled so well backwards, as you can see here. That's pretty much an auto ricochet. It is a little bit weak here along this line, and it's weak here. So as long as you can hide, like this side here, and only peek with this side of the tank, and if you're like held down, because this thing has quite good gun depression as well, as you can see. Look at that, the good old 10 degrees. Then you can take a lot of beating, and if you maximize your gun depression, you also get a very respectable frontal armor here on just the armor itself. Well, of course, the lower plate is relatively weak, so pretty much anything you will come up against will penetrate your lower plate and also your cupola, and possibly your viewport. That is there. Oh,
Sound muted. See you soon.
Sorry for that. I forgot I wasn't TeamSpeak. And but yeah, I think that's enough stuff about it now. has a little bit spaced armor. Not much really to look about. Bad side armor, really. No rear armor, as you can see, all green. But I think that's enough for now, and let us look into some gameplay. So here we are. Looking at, we're in game. My very first game in the Chieftain T95. I don't know if my camera had just suddenly turned off. It might have, because I suddenly noticed that it wasn't recording, but no matter. We're here in game. Very first game in this Chieftain T95. Don't know what has happened to my things here that I suddenly need to change. Oh, I'm professional. And vehicle model. Because we can just do this while we wait for the tank itself to reach where it's supposed to be. How I'm professional. There we go. That's it. So yeah, here it is, Chieftain. I think we'll see soon that I'll start to turn. It is a bit sluggish on the good old traverse speed here. When it's off-road, it looks like. It feels that way at least, when you like try to turn around with it. But we're gonna speed up a little bit here. It's gonna take some time for us to reach the top of this hill that I'm going to be starting off this match at. We're just driving up here. We're a little bit sluggish. We're going about 20. People asking about the tank, and I'm happy to reply. Because I do like this tank. I do like the look of it, and I do like the feel of it after now one battle has passed. And first shot was a bounce. That's good. And he hit on the left side of the turret. You could barely see a scrape mark. That's good. New tank. Nobody knows where to shoot it as of now, but pretty much within a couple of days, people will know how to shoot it because it's quite obvious where you're gonna shoot this tank, and that is that big cupola. He penetrates, and he scrapes the viewport there, as you maybe can see. So that was a bit bad luck, but it happens. I'm afraid of that IS-3 though. A little bad shot. I hope to do damage to him at the same time as when I trapped him there. KV-4 bounces, but TVP penetrates. I do not check where he hits, but he probably hit my cupola, if I'm not entirely wrong. I can actually check that quite fast. Yeah, cupola. And I hit him. He missed me. So the bad thing, of course, is the cupola is quite tall. But we are with a fast fire rate, even though it's a little bit slower than Pershing and stuff like that. We are able to put in steady shots into this KV-85 here. Well, he misses. I keep on going there, and he gets taken out by the T-71. So far, 1400 damage. Not bad. Taken just a little bit myself. Biggest problem, of course, is gonna be that IS-3 and the KV-4. The TVP is not really a problem. Bad shot there. I didn't aim it fully, which maybe should have. I have APCR loaded. It was for the KV-4, but now when you use APCR, it has a little bit over 200 in pen, 238 I think it was, on a tank that has like 30 in side armor. TVP, no problem going for that turret at least. Again, I have like wrong shell loaded for the wrong tank. Alright, pulling back there, trying to cover up my cupola with a gun. I'd rather that he damages my gun than does damage to me, because it's 400. It's a nice tree. I often use that tactic actually on like many different tanks, that try to cover up the weak spot with my gun, because the gun is able to soak the damage and still not get damage, of course, but it's always possible to then avoid the damage from him. Alright, I'm reloading APCR again here. I know that I'm not supposed to shoot that place on the KV-4, you need quite high pen to do that, but maybe enough. Maybe like on the edge to be able to trade in. That was a crit hit, and the KV-4 is shooting HE. That's special. It's good to know. Alright, here. Oh, we took a big hit with HE, and he hits my cupola. You see, the KV-4 penetrated with HE in the cupola. That just shows how bad really the armor on that thing is. So that many people are gonna have good opportunities against that one. But a good shot into the IS-3 there. I think if his driver wasn't already dead, he would be dead by that one. I'm not risking it. I'm already quite low on HP and I don't want to risk it. But if that KV-4 drives down there, then I have a good opportunity to be shooting him on the side. Like that. Now the Nazarn appeared. And he quite low chance of penetrating me actually there because of the good turret armor. The IS-3 was able to penetrate our side armor. Probably on the turret, because I was peeking quite a lot. And not a good shot into the K4. Yeah, my gun get damaged, which is annoying. I guess he bounced off my turret with my gun or something. K4 dies. Get taken out by the Bulldog. Now to the IS-3. I'm still a little bit careful about the Nazarn, because if he hits my hull, he is able to kill me. Because he do have the pen to do it. Alright, gonna try to sneak in the shell here. Yeah, we got him. So far, 3,400 damage. That's really respectable for a tank that I've never played before. I feel at least. And there's still a couple of tanks left on the enemy team. Oh, can we get a shot on the C-71? No, he's hiding too well. So as you can see how I'm like driving the Chieftain right now, I'm actually brawling with the heavy tanks here. Of course, that's gonna be quite difficult later on when people start, if I meet much better players that know how to shoot up in the turret all the time, or up in the cupola. That's gonna be a bigger problem, of course. But as of just now, it does work. Because the turret armor is good enough. Let's see if we can get a shot here. Yep. Didn't kill him, but we got some more damage. But as I said, it is possible to brawl with because it actually have quite well sloped and good frontal armor. With a 248, I think it was 43, 48. And shooting on 500 meters there, hitting the Cromwell. Nice. Shooting the building there for some reason. Didn't really notice there was a building there before, but I did it like right after I shot. And then it's just to move forward and finish off the two last enemies. Shooting in a move. Don't really know why. Funny thing, I wasn't spotted there before now. And the Cromwell is shooting me, so... And he shot me again. So... And again, so he's still standing there. And he's dead. Move after you shoot. And yes, you, but I'm not fast enough to get him. So I'm just gonna pop the post-game stats, and I'll see you in a second. So here we are at the post-game stats. We're on... So, victory of course, and we get the High Caliber and the Confederate, the Ace Tanker, Sharpshooter and Musket. So no really much special medals. But, yeah, it was okay, So experience-wise, we did a lot. And as you can see on damage-wise here, we did pretty much... It was me, the Ramtal Borsig and the Oho that carried this game like a champ. Pretty much. So, yeah, out of the 32 shots that I fired, I hit on 27, while only 19 of those penetrated. I was shooting a lot on the heavy tanks like KV-4 and IS-3, and quite bad positioning of them, so I blame that. Not really the gun's either accuracy or penetration, because I think it has both of those. But, so yeah. Damage done in total, 4,270, while 1,200 was over 300 meters. Probably was. Most of it was on the Cromwell. I hit him twice there. And I received 1,100 damage, while also 2,000 blocked by armor. So, again, it do have that good turret armor, which I bounced a lot shells from the IS-3, KV-4, Nashorn, probably a couple other tanks, but I did not keep the count of that one. But yeah, and I detected 5 vehicles. I do wonder, did I detect the Nashorn? I did not. Alright, but I detected the TP and like the whole gang that came up there. I spotted them all pretty much. Did only around 400 spotting damage, but that I didn't go in for that at all. Just trying to do a lot of damage. And this one was my first game ever, of course. So triple XP and got a 2000 XP on with premium and tripled that 6000 because of premium vehicle plus 196. So credits wise, barely made a progress. Listen to me, I barely made a profit on this one. 10k. It's not a lot. So because I fired a couple of APCR shells there, but well, yeah, barely a profit, but a good game, good first game in the Chieftain T95, and I hope you enjoyed. And I am kind of back, I guess, back in tank and back in YouTube. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys